My name is Nigel. Hello. I've been a counsellor for 5 years in primary and secondary settings, supporting adults with anxiety, depression and relationship problems, race trauma and suicidal thoughts, alongside employment challenges and attachment issues. I also specialise in working with disenfranchised and disaffected groups and individuals who have experienced race trauma and other forms of abuse. I work with the following counselling interventions. They include person-centred, solution focus, CBT, psychodynamic and emotional focus therapy. I would describe myself as someone who works at a pace and in a way the client chooses to actually work, of course within an ethical framework. My values are to be respectful and also to work in accordance with the principles my counselling government body basically cites, ensuring that I provide emotional safety and a non-judgmental approach. I can be structured and semi-structured, depending on what the client feels comfortable with. I feel sometimes it's appropriate to give the client a worksheet and homework, as this is a tool to work through their experiences. I'm an integrated counsellor who is coming with the understanding of caring and understanding from a non-judgmental approach and a humanistic approach as well. I became a therapist because I realised that I had a very empathic understanding. I put myself in other people's shoes and understand their world. I also did not like the actual social work. I was a social worker, qualified social worker, and I found that I was a police officer in civilian clothes, and I felt at the end of the day it was much better for me to have that personal and therapeutic relationship with the actual client, and I found that was my calling, and that's why I would actually like to be in this profession and to stay with the client, because I'm empathic, I'm caring, and I have a humanistic nature. Thank you. How has therapy shaped and galvanized my world? How has it made an impact? Well, at the end of the day, I'll tell you why I've gone into therapy and why it's helped me so much. At first, I was quite an egotistical person. Learning about Dr. Carl Rogers at the end of the day has helped me to become more person-centered, and other theories as well, such as solution-focused therapy. I think at the end of the day, when you communicate and talk, you're sharing an issue, you're sharing a problem, and sometimes it's better to externalize than internalize. However, I understand when people are in a very dark place and that they basically need to work in silence. I can also do that as well. I'm very much a counsellor who basically has humanistic tendencies, and I want that to be part of my life and my ethics and my values, and to actually try and help people to be in a position where they can actually talk and have a perspective of finding solutions to their issues. At the end of the day, a client can get a congruent, authentic person, someone who's on a journey, someone who's not going to leave them, someone who's going to be there through thick and thin, someone who is going to stay with their silence and also with what they are vocalizing. I believe in staying with the person. I also believe at the end of the day that I have to work at their pace, but also understand that I could be challenged. I'm not perfect at the end of the day, and I provide emotional safety, a place where you can process your inner emotions and your internal conflicts, and also a way of processing your emotions. That's who I am, and that's who I would like to work with. I'm also someone at the end of the day where I can tell you that I'm authentic. You get what you see. And at the end of the day, I want you to be that person at the end of the day who brings out the best in you. We all know about how people repress emotions. Whether you cry or laugh, it's good. You can bring out who you are and basically have that space where you're not going to be judged. You're going to be taken as the person who you are. I'm here to be with you and to walk this journey. Sometimes you may need a client who can just basically be on the other end, who can just say at the end of the day, you're okay, and we're with you, and I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm going to be in that place for you. Thank you. I'll start by saying that I've won 2 counselling awards, and I'm very proud of those achievements. It was important that when I went to collect my award, I brought my 2 sons so they can see at the end of the day that I was acting not just as their father, but as a role model to encourage them into educational aspects. I'm very proud of my achievements. I was always told at the end of the day that I would never achieve anything. I wasn't academic enough. But guess what? I proved my doubters wrong. I persevered because I believe at the end of the day, without hope, you can't do anything. And I had a very, very good teacher on my academic course who believed in me, who applied the principles of Dr. Carl Rogers, basically encouraging, providing positive and unconditional positive regard. At the end of the day, I know at the end of the day I can achieve. I proved it. I proved my doubters wrong by having a 2-2 classification in BA Honours in social work. I want to be in this place because I believe it's my calling, and I want to be in a position where I'm continuing to help other people. It's helped me shape the world because I'm a caring person, and sometimes it dispels that horrible trait of ego, arrogance and confidence. When you humility and showing lots of confidence and caring for other people, that is the world I want to live in, where people could be treated as human beings and respectful. I hope that has been of help, and I hope that's the type of counsellor you would like to be with on your therapeutic journey. Thank you.